Let's finish tonight's episode with the NFL's Week 10 Extra Juicy Dawgz. This is where we give you a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end that you can feel comfortable firing up in your fantasy matchups. Maybe it's a smash hit with the defense they're playing. Maybe it's the guy later down in the rankings you can throw in your flex. Max, start us off. Give us your quarterback for Week 10.
Breezy. Okay, so this week it's and I know a lot of nerdy shows say it's bye Mageddon. We call it bye Mageddon. It's a crazy bye week this week, especially for me. So I have a lot of guys out, but luckily Jalen Hurts is still in, so I'm going Jalen Hurts. Got to go with my big dog. I think he's going to have a huge game against Dallas. They can't let up. Okay, this division's theirs. I keep saying it. I know Washington looks great. I'm glad there's a little bit of competition here, but Dallas blows. Dallas blows. You got to go take it to them. So real quick, Jalen Hurts, they're taking on at Dallas. They're going to Dallas. Dallas is ranked 29th against the quarterback. Listen to these stats, Cole Breezy, the past 4 games, starting from number 4 and then coming to all the way to last week. 22.3 fantasy points, 2 passing touchdowns. 23.2 fantasy points, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. 35.7 fantasy points, 1 passing touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns. And then last week, 29.7 fantasy points. That's 2 passing touchdown and an additional 1 rushing touchdown. Jeez. The Cowboys are depleted. Their defense is just no one. Micah Parsons ain't starting. Like no one is in. No one is in. Everyone is hurt. Okay, they blow. And then offensively, we already said it. Dak Prescott's done. So I mean, CeeDee Lamb, I still think could put up some decent numbers. I do believe he can because it's CeeDee Lamb, but. Cowboys are done. Jalen Hurts is in your lineup. He's going to put up 30 points this week.
Yeah, great pick up from you on Jalen Hurts in our fantasy drafts. Huge season. Rushing touchdowns. They're piling up right now. They're piling up. My extra juicy dog at the quarterback position for Week 10 is going to be Brock Purdy of the San Francisco 49ers. They're coming off a bye. A little bit of rest here. They're going to Tampa Bay. Hopefully we got some good weather down there. Brock Purdy, he's quarterback 10 on the season. His last 3 games have been the 3 of his best 4 of the whole season. So he's heating up. He's heating up right now. Niners, they're 6.5-point road favorites in this one. 50.5-point over-under. That's tied for second highest on the week. It's going to be a lot of points. Blazers going to be blazing that thing. Brock Purdy on the other side. Buccaneers are 31st against the quarterback position in fantasy football. Fire up Brock Purdy if you have him.
Like that pick. 49ers got to wake up, man. They got to wake up. Hopefully they needed that bye. Because they're not playing the way that we were expecting.
49ers 4-4, tied in second in the division. Yeah.
Moving on to the running back position, everybody. I know I just bashed out my Bears, but I'm going to go with DeAndre Swift.
Really?
Okay? DeAndre Swift versus New England. New England is ranked 29th against the rush. They blow. Now, if there's one good thing happening in Chicago, it is DeAndre Swift. It is, okay? 4 straight games, other than last week, he had a tutty. Okay, last week he still scored 11.2 fantasy points, which you're not too disappointed with, especially with everything happening right now. So Bears blow, but DeAndre is good. That's all I gotta say because I don't want to talk about the Bears anymore.
A lot of Bears talk today. A lot of Bears talk. But double-digit carries for DeAndre Swift in every game this season, I wouldn't have guessed that. So definitely good season there. Only bright spot, probably. Only bright spot there for Chicago.
Yep.
My extra juicy dog at the running back position for Week 10. I think this might be the first time I brought him up. Either of us have brought him up. You correct me if I'm wrong, Max. Indianapolis Colt, Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, yeah, man, not me.
Playing the Buffalo Bills this week. He's running back 25 on the season. He's missed 3 games, but points per game, tied for running back 10. So that tells me he's still got it. He's still got some juice there. Disappointing last week at Minnesota in that Sunday night game. Disappointing. The Colts are 3.5-point home underdogs in this one. They're going to have to be utilizing JT a lot. 47.5-point over-under. That's 5th highest on the week. Going to be some points. This is a sneaky good game, Colts-Bills. The Bills are 31st. Second to last against the running back position in fantasy football. Good matchup. 5 touchdowns in 6 games for JT. Give me another one, Max. My buddy, Mr. Tutty. I need it.
Yeah.
He's in my lineup. He's my keeper. Buffalo, they're 31st against the running back position. Fire up JT. Don't have to worry about it.
So he's been up 3 games in a row, Cobrizi. Did he play last week?
Yeah, he's played the last two at least.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Just checking, just checking.
Yep. Who is your extra juicy dog at the wide receiver position for week 10?
Ooh, new name, Cole Breezy. New name. I got him starting this week. I'm excited about him. I've been wanting to throw him in the starting lineup for a while now, but now he's in there because obviously with this bye week and also the departure of Chris Godwin, sadly. But I'm going Brian Thomas Jr. from
Nice.
Jacksonville. All right,
Mm-hmm.
taking on Minnesota. Minnesota is ranked 31st against the pass or against the receiving. So, hey, rookie Brian Thomas has 5 tutties this season. He's ranked 10th in our league. And hey, he's Trevor Lawrence's favorite target. Okay, he's looking great. I know right now he's got a little bit of a chest contusion, but he played last week even with that chest contusion. So I still believe I think he's healthier now. He's going to be okay for this game against a defense that is not very good, and they're playing at home. I'm expecting this guy to get in the end zone, Cobrizi. My buddy, Mr. Tutty. I need it this week. I'm facing your wife, Kelly, and I want to take her down, obviously. I want to take her down. So expect Brian Thomas to get in the end zone this week. Have him in your lineups. He's a great player.
Yeah, first round pick, LSU. Definitely like Brian Thomas. I with no more Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk's done for the season, broken collarbone, so even more volume coming to Brian Thomas's way. My extra juicy dog at the wide receiver position for week 10 is going to be Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney of the Atlanta Falcons going to New Orleans. I think we might be surprised. Full PPR leagues on ESPN. Darnell Mooney is wide receiver 12.
Wow.
Wide receiver 12 on the season. And I bring him up because Drake London, he was a limited participant in practice today with a hip pointer. Left last week with a hip pointer.
That's right.
I don't think he's going to play. Even if he does play, I'd still fire up Darnell Mooney, even with London next to him. Wide receiver 12 on the season. After Chris Godwin's injury that we've mentioned a few times, I think Darnell Mooney has been the best number 2 wide receiver for his team. Think about that number 2 guy. Mooney, he gets open deep. The Falcons, they're 3.5-point road favorites in this one. 46.5-point over-under is pretty solid. New Orleans, they're 23rd against the wide receiver position. Solid matchup. Put Darnell Mooney in your wide receiver 2 spot, easily in your flex. And with or without Drake London, I'm not worried about it. Fire up Mooney this week.
Mooney's having a great season. Great season. I hope. He's not in our fantasy league anymore. Obviously, he got taken off of waivers. So if he's there, take him. But there's no way. He's got to be on a team by now. Let's move over to the tight end position. Cole Breezy, tight end. Now, real quick. I know that we usually say don't do Thursday nights. So sorry for breaking the rules because I am going to Thursday night. Okay, I'm going to Thursday nighter here. Cole Breezy. I can't believe this is the first time we're tossing out this name. I'm going Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews. I know. Everyone's like, oh, jeez. Because he had 2 gooses.
Double goosey.
In my lineup, by the way. 2 gooses in my lineup.
Wow.
Actually, I got the stats here. He had 3 straight weeks with a tutty, Cole Breezy. Other than last week. Last week was a dud, but that's okay. But before that, 3 straight weeks of the tutty, including one the week against Tampa Bay. He had 2 tutties, and no Isaiah Likely tonight, Cole Breezy.
Oh,
he's gonna be on the field a lot more. Okay, I think he's gonna get a lot more work, and also my buddy Mr. Tutty.
Ooh.
I expect him to get in the end zone. I need it.
Max.
I need it this week. I know I'm getting greedy, but hey, can you believe Mark Andrews, double goosey? He's ranked 9th in our league.
Oh.
Can you believe that? Can you freaking believe that?
Tight ends.
I know. Tight ends are ridiculous, but I'm expecting him to get in the end zone this week against not a very good Cincinnati defense against the tight end. They're ranked 26th. So I think it's going to be a shootout tonight, too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun with Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson.
I like the pick. I mean, you gotta have balls of steel to be putting him in this conversation after double goosing you earlier this season.
Also, David Njoku's on bye. Tyler Kraft is on bye. Tucker Kraft.
Don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice. Yeah.
Nice. I like the pick. Deontay Johnson there. That's another option, but it looks like Lamar's using him more. And Max, I agree with you. Going to be a lot of points. In that game, a shootout. And I'm also breaking the rules too. Could be because I'm going to tight end on Thursday night.
Wow, how about that?
Cincinnati Bengal, Mike Goosicki.
Oh, the goose himself, king of gooses.
Tight end 13 on the season. Mike Gesicki of the Bengals. The Bengals are 5.5 point road underdogs in this one. Like you said, it's going to be a shootout, 52.5 point over under. That
Oh,
is the highest on the week.
I hope so. Please don't be 17-14 or something like that. Please be
Nope.
a high scoring game. Let's see it.
Highest on the week projected right now. Baltimore, the 22nd against the tight end position in fantasy football. And Mike Gesicki, he's heating up these last two games. Now, no T. Higgins in these last two games, and no T. Higgins supposed to be tonight. So these last two games without T, Mike Gesicki, 7 catches for 73 yards and 5 catches for 100 yards and 2 tutties last week. His only 2 on the season. Damn it, Max, I'm going to say he gets his third. My buddy,
Ooh.
Mr. Tutty, Sticky Gesicki, gets in the end zone tonight against the Ravens, baby.
Come on, get those tight ends in the end zone. Maybe all the touchdowns tonight are by the tight ends, huh? That helps us helps out our fantasy teams. Come on, come on. Hat tricks each. Might as well. Let's call it. Let's go right here in the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast.
Only one, only one.